morning and welcome to the business show with me, Calvin K. And if you are watching live, please do jump in the comments and put hello for me. If you are watching on replay, please let me know, because I also like to know who stalks me, because you are watching Crack TV. Because why watch Crack TV where you can watch Crack TV with me, Calvin K. And good morning to you all. I'm feeling my earth today. The sun is shining, the birds are tweeting, and I've probably got one of another happiest guests on the show today, and it's ridiculous. I can't wait. Literally, as soon as he came on, he was like, I'm good. The birds are tweeting, the sun is shining. It's bloody fabulous. Who have we got? Good morning, Lee from LW Plans. Make sure you check out LW Plans. Bloody fabulous. Kaisley Hall from KH Services, your business superhero. Hope you are well, my lovely. But yeah, no, it is a good day. And it's also a good day because I'm finally going to get to try out something today, probably this evening, that I've been wanting to try for quite a long time. And I'm actually going to be streaming me gaming. Sounds like nothing, but I game anyway. And it's one of them where I've wanted to have a bit of fun with it. But I want to see if I can do a bit of a business twist onto it, because I can stream the show onto Twitch, which is the platform where people watch gamers. But if I can stream this onto there and then have that on top, it's another platform. So I can't wait for that. And as of technically today, but we can't do it today, I can stream live onto LinkedIn, which once again doesn't sound like much for everyone, but they only allow specific people to do it. I've been approved to stream live onto LinkedIn as well. So it's all systems go on the show side, which I really can't fucking wait for. Like, it's so exciting. So yeah, so you can catch me streaming on Twitch at some point, and also on LinkedIn as of tomorrow. So make sure you jump in there. Also, side note, bam. If you watch RuPaul's Drag Race, you get that. Yes, I have got Quackazine issue 2. I am going to bang on. I've sold about 300 copies. Maybe 302. Off the top of my head. We've only got a few left. We've got obviously unlimited digital copies, but if you'd like a physical one, please slide into my DMs or look in my Facebook group, the Duck Pond, which is maybe somewhere along the bottom, and you can get it in there as well. Honestly, please check it out. It's really, really cool. So, today's guest, who I'm going to bring on very shortly, but I've realised my little ducks were in the corner. Look at that, at them ducks, little cute. Simon Clements, very clever man, he made them for me. But yes, so, before I bring today's guest on, check this out.
Quackademy, the business support group for the same price as your Netflix subscription. With monthly workshops, meetups, and more, Quackademy is the one space you need to chill out, grow you and your business. By the members, for the members. With no spam, no sales pitches, just growing you and your business together. So come and join Quackademy now. Don't wait at www.quacktalks.com/Quackademy. See you there.
Oh, isn't it sexy? Isn't it sexy? Oh, it makes me... I don't like the fact it's my voice on it, and I will keep saying this, but no offence to the American male that did the voiceover, but it was a bag of shit. So that's why I ended up doing it. But on that note, everybody, so today's guest, who I'm going to bring on, is a lovely, lovely man. It's technically the old man that you can't shut up. He did tell me to say that. It's the old man you can't shut up. I'm going to talk about selling your soul and winning clients and the art of being memorable. And trust me, this man definitely is. So with no further ado, please I need to get a sound effect for a round of applause, or a drum roll. I need to get it. So with no further ado, good morning, Mr. Ernie.
Oh. There you go. Hey, Callum, how are you?
I'm very well, sir. How are you?
Great stuff, great. The sun's shining, the birds are singing, as we said before, and you can go down to Hull Beach and put your bunny smugglers on.
Well, no, that's why I've been on Facebook. But no, it's we don't have a beach. We have a very muddy.
I know.
We have a very muddy river. We don't have a beach. Ernie, before we crack on, can you just tell us who you are and what you do?
I am Ernie Boxall, and I am a storyteller. And my goal is to help you tell your story before somebody else tells it for you, because we're not meeting face to face. So do you know what other people are talking about you? If you can get your story told, you'll beat them to it.
I love it. So tell you what, let's talk about a couple of your stories, because I know you've got plenty. And obviously, like I say every day, I do get people to fill in a little form, tell me a little bit about them, what's going on. But before I say that, bear with me. Good morning, Rachel Shiverton. Hope you are well, my lovely. The lady who stopped you with any squirrels. She's bloody fabulous. Absolutely love her.
I've got a story about Rachel as well.
We'll save that for the bathroom stalls. Right, so you have danced with Native Americans. You've picked melons as a war effort. You've been healed by a shaman and been the luckiest narcissist alive, apparently. Right, I'm curious about the picking melons for a war effort. Tell us a bit about that.
It was 1973. I've been going out with a girl for about 6 months. We met at the Rugger Club, and we've been getting on really well. And then one weekend, she invited me down to London to meet her family. It's going well. We went down, met the family, and she'd bought 2 tickets for a concert at a stately home where the orchestra were on an island surrounded by water. And all the guests, all the people were on a bank having a picnic. It started about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Music started to play, and by, let's say, 8 o'clock, the stars were out. The sky was dark. They finished with the 1812 overture. Cannons went off. Rockets zoomed into the air and burst into colour. And she turned to me and she said, I'm going to Israel on Monday. I brought you down here to say thank you for the 6 months. And it obviously, I didn't even know she was Jewish, Callum.
Oh, wow.
But it had been a dream of hers. So as she's driving me back to her place, I'm thinking, you know, I can't stand my job. I don't like where I'm living. I'll join her.
Okay,
so she went out that Saturday. I packed my job up, gave the flat, said I'm leaving. And then on the Saturday before I was due to leave, the week later, the Rugger lads took me out for a celebration, and the barman said, what's the celebration? I said, I'm going to Israel on Monday. His face dropped. He said, what about the war? The Yom Kippur War broke out that Saturday. So the kibbutz office rang me up and said, do you still want to come? Well, I got no job, no house. So I went out to Israel during the Yom Kippur War. Now, unfortunately, she was sent to a kibbutz in the north near the Lebanon border. And that was dangerous. I was sent to a kibbutz in the south, in the desert, near Eilat.
Okay.
I had the time. Shh, Callum, don't tell anybody. But I had the time of my life. We were in the desert. The Egyptian army had been stopped in the Sinai. The nearest neighbours were Jordan, who hadn't taken part in the war at all. I had 6 months of picking melons. And then when the melons finished, I tell you what, Callum, you picture it, you're in the desert. Part of the desert is full of green melon plants. You pick them, and then at the end of the melon season, you take the water pipes up, and it's back to desert within 3 hours.
Wow.
And then my job was to go and pick eggs in what's called the lul, 2,000 chickens. And I've got to walk all the way through them, picking eggs and dispatching the chickens who have been pecked. Hence the pecking order. If a chicken bleeds as it's passing an egg, there is an order in which others will start to peck at it.
Oh.
I had to dispatch it. And when you dispatch a chicken by wringing its neck and it falls to the floor and runs away, actually runs away from you, you think, oh, I haven't done it right. And I ended up picking onions and packing onions, 5 tons of onions a day, smelling like an onion when I came home. But that was all done while the war was going on.
That's insane. But this really goes with, literally, because obviously I know you do something called like No Story Stagnates, doesn't it? And this really ties in with the No Story Stagnates.
Absolutely.
So tell us in a nutshell, the No Story Stagnates. What is that? What's that about?
I interview like this. If I was doing this with you, Callum, I would say, Callum, tell the listeners who you are, where you are, what you do. You do that. And I'd say, can I ask you, Callum?
Yeah.
Now, the first question I ask all my guests, do you know how your mother and father met for the first time?
Yes.
Can you tell me?
In a bar, and I think my dad wouldn't give up.
Right.
In a nutshell, and they pointed me to the bar one time. The other thing I can't remember is the name of the bar, but yeah, no, they met in a bar.
There you go. So you know your story. Your story started in a bar before you were born.
Story of my life. Yeah.
Do you have a story between the years 1 and 10, which makes such an impression that you can think of it now? And did it teach you a lesson?
Yeah. In a nutshell, I will share this one. I was at kind of like day nursery, kind of, but I think it might have been on like a Saturday, like a weekend one or something. Anyway, I've never given to peer pressure in my life other than this once. And this lad was telling me to hurry up, and I jumped off the little climbing frame and I broke my arm.
Yeah.
10 years later, he was my best friend in high school, and we didn't know until our parents met. That it was him in high school and was best friends that told me in the day nursery to jump off and break my hand.
Did you learn a lesson from that?
Yeah, don't jump off a climbing frame.
There you go. Okay, teenage years, very important, Callum. So I'd ask you for a story between 11 and 15, 16 and 20, and then I'd ask you 21 to 30. And I know you're not over 30.
You have to stop about there, to be fair.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So stories and lessons.
Yeah.
And then I would send the recording to you with a bit of copy.
Mm-hmm.
You could make any edits you want, send it back to me, and then my mate who edits he edits all my mistakes out.
Yeah.
He uploads it, sends it to me, and it goes on YouTube, Facebook. And if people go into the HTTPS YouTube channel, they can see all.
It's all right. It's in the comments for them. So if you check out the comments, people, it is in there for you. I've just dropped the link in. But no, it'll be on my business page. But no, see, that's really incredible, Ernie, because obviously it's giving people that platform to talk about them, their story, their life. Like, it's so important, isn't it? So where does selling your soul and winning clients come into all this?
Well, to me, Callum, it's not, okay, it was clickbait. They don't sell their soul. They sell their story. But if I was to tell you about a woman who was 11, playing in the street with her friends, went back into the home, had supper with her mum and dad, went to bed about 9 o'clock. At 2 o'clock in the morning, her mum and dad came in, woke her up, packed a suitcase. The Iraqis had attacked Kuwait.
Mm-hmm.
The family had to get out of the house. They walked across one country and they arrived in Jordan.
Well,
the mother and the daughter were flown to Egypt. The father was put on a boat. So they arrived in Egypt not knowing whether they'd ever see the father again.
Yeah.
Now that woman is now a successful businesswoman. And I can guarantee that if I said to you now, Doha Dawash, it might be in a couple of days' time, you might think, I remember that story about Doha.
Mm.
Now, you've got 1,000 business cards, Callum.
Yeah.
But if I mentioned this, if I said to Callum, can you remember the woman that was born in Kuwait? And you'd say, yeah, Doha. You wouldn't need a business card. My thing is all about this.
Yeah.
It's your audible business card.
Mm.
You go to a network meeting of solicitors and accountants, you give out your business card, it's got the same words on. Your poster, your banner has the same words on. Next week, you go to tradesmen. You hand out the same business card and the same banner. But with this, you can change the words that you use to each one.
You're completely right. You're completely right, Ernie. Sorry to interrupt you. It's like when I do networking, the phrase that I now say, which is, the unconventional business coach who puts a foot up your ass and wears you like slippers. That's not my strap line. That's not my hook. I just said it one day, and I was like, I'll say this, and I said it I'm not joking. I said it only for about a week or 2 weeks maximum. And I stopped saying it. About 3 days after saying it, I had 3 people, because we was all in the same room. One person mentioned it, and the other 2 agreed. And they went, "Why have you stopped saying it?" And I went, "What do you mean?" It's you. It's your humor. It's your personality. It's your approach. In a nutshell, why have you stopped saying it? And I was like, well, I don't know. I felt like it was a little bit inappropriate. They went, "Nah, it's you." Yeah. Fine. But straight away, because they was like, that, honestly, it's you. And when I say it in a room, especially if it's new people that have not really met me before, they absolutely piss themselves because they love it.
Yeah.
And it completely changes that message, like what I'd give on a business card, completely changes it.
Yes. Yeah. Now, I mean, I've already interviewed, say, Jenny Leggett.
Yeah.
And Ansi.
Yeah.
And 2 or 3 other 4N people I've come across. And I'll not forget them.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that when people see the videos, they won't forget them either. Yeah.
No, completely right. It's so important. Like, that's why I love doing this show. That's why I put that question in, for example, where I say, tell me something about you. I've had people on the show, Fidel Burhill, he told me about how he was a stripper in Benidorm. And I went, well, he tried going back. I went, no, come right back. What? And he was like, but that's why I love it. Like you saying about the picking melons in a war effort. And it's like, it's all them little things. And that's why I love doing the show, a bit like why you love doing, your nursery facts. It's so, so important. And it really is. And I'm trying to multitask, you can tell. But no, it really is so important. So what is it that makes people give this verbal business card? What is it that a tip to make them memorable when they're using this verbal business card?
Tell the shit. Tell the shit. Tell the bad stuff.
Yeah.
Don't go on about all your successes. As I say, I interviewed a first responder who talked about going through depression. Now, what I say to him is, thank you for that. Thank you for being open. But there's 2 things. There'll be people watching the interview who have either gone through depression or are going through it now.
Yeah.
And they can see that you've survived. You're a successful businessman despite depression.
Yeah.
So at some stage you tell the crap.
Yeah.
Be honest about it. Own it.
Love it. Love it. Ernie, what would you leave us with today? Because we're going to wrap up the show. What would you leave us with today if you could leave us with anything? What would you leave us with?
So take every opportunity to tell your story.
Every single one.
Callum, there's so many people say, well, nothing happened to me. And I always say, every day you make a decision. Can I just tell one more story?
Yeah, go on. I'll let you off. Go on. Tell us another one.
I moved to Coventry and I went to a shopping centre for the first time. When I came out of the shopping centre, I came to a traffic island, couldn't remember whether to turn right or left to get home. I turned left. I should have turned right. It took me past Warwick University where they're advertising Tai Chi. I thought I'll do that. 2 years later, at a demonstration at Warwick University, we were doing Tai Chi, and then I saw people sitting on a chair. Other people had their hands on the shoulders doing nothing. That was shiatsu. 3 years later, I qualified of shiatsu. Now, if I'd have turned right at that island, I wouldn't be here now.
Yeah.
Every decision changes your life.
Yeah.
And the reason I say I'm the luckiest dad alive is because I was a crap dad. I was more interested in my work, but my kids still love me. I know so many business owners, men, who've lost their kids.
Yep.
So that's the other lesson. Take responsibility for every decision you've made.
I like that one. I like that one. The best bit of advice I've been given this week so far, Ernie, was on well, it was back end of last week. Was other people's opinions of you is none of your business.
That's it. Yeah,
and I love that. I love
well,
that.
you tell them you're different. You're different. You know,
Just a wee
so
bit.
yeah, your personality means you don't have to give a crap what anybody else says because most people love you.
Thanks, Ernie. Oh, you are a bloody gem. Look, honestly, people, please go check out Ernie's YouTube channel. Like I said, I've dropped it in the comments. You will find it even on the replay in the comments. Slide into his DMs. Ernie, thank you so much for coming on the show. I'll keep you backstage. You'll have a bit of a natter in a minute, and I'll speak to you soon.
Take care.
Bye. Oh, I love that man. He's so lovely. I forget that when I'm looking at the screen, you are all here. You're actually like here. That's where you all are. So yes, thank you so much for watching Quack TV. Because why watch Quack TV? We can watch Quack TV, the business show. When there is no show tomorrow, make sure you tune in on Friday. When I put my bloody teeth in, I swear to God, we've got the wonderful Lucy Howe on the show. Honestly, this lady practically shits glitter. She is that happy. So make sure you come on the show on Friday, 9:30. I remember, in the words of my nana, when I multitask, if you can't be good, be careful. If you can't be careful, don't get caught.